Nick. Yeah, trick or treat. What's up? Down south. Welcome to my city. Yeah.
Put your knife, mic check, nigga, 1, 2. I got the city turned up, who the fuck is you? Heard you don't fuck with me, nigga, I don't fuck with you. Hating on the sideline. My time. I get mine. Parking lot crunch time. Get some. Got some out of town niggas go dumb. Facts. Slap one. Fuck where you come from. Facts. They can take when you fuck their baby mom. Get the bitch on the leash. Get the bitch on the leash. Wow. Check me out. Should play a partner, Pittsburgh Pete, aka Jason Print, aka Sir Blue Diamond. Your Highness. Your Royal Highness. The fuck? Back with another episode of Scores and Horrors. And a lot more. My fucking laugh is so sinister, yo. I'm an evil person. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, before we go any further, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section too, so we can go back and forth. Cause this is what the shit is for. I want to go back and forth with my viewers. Stay in tune with, you know what I'm saying? Stay in tune with y'all. I'll never be Hollywood. Like, I see some shit 2 days ago. It made me mad. I already don't like this nigga Stephen A. Smith. Like to the point, like, I don't even watch First Take no more. And I seen some shit from, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I was on YouTube looking for some other shit. Stumbled across some shit that really blew me, like, and the nigga it was a different Stephen A. Smith. Like, his hairline was closer to the front instead of way back the fuck here. And his voice was more subtle. It wasn't no screaming, none of that shit. And I sent it to my main man Mills out of Portland, Oregon, and shit. That's my main man Mills. And Mills was like, that was before he got the bag. And I was like, true. I said, money do change people, you know what I'm saying? But fuck him. I don't even know what the fuck I touched on that shit. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Going into, this is December 7th, 2021. We going into 2022. Got a lot of big shit popping. This is the visual of the podcast, but I'm about to start an audio podcast too with my main man. Speaking of my main man Mills out of Portland, Oregon. Yeah, a lot of big shit popping in 2022. Shout out to my main man Butcher Knife with the intro. Shout out to my main man West Music, West Moolah out of Pensacola, Florida. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped a new album, little EP, like 6 songs, but we got all type of big shit popping in 2022. Movies, dropping 2 new books in January. I probably dropped 2 more books at end of the year. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit popping, yo. I'm just happy to be alive, happy to be doing the right thing. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Scores and Horrors. Thanks for tuning in. I'm about to give you some gutter raw sports shit. Like, you can't get it from nowhere else. That's why you tune in, cause you know what I'm saying. So let's get right into I got a jam-packed show. Just sports. It's just football and basketball this week. NFL, college football, of course, and NBA. I really ain't gonna touch on, but I'm gonna touch on Steph. I got a little special segment on Steph Curry. He's amazing. He's amazing. But first, let's get to your Week 13 recap. First game, I got the GOAT. I gotta watch that. First game of the week, we had a Thursday night game. Dallas against New Orleans. Dallas was on a 2-game losing streak. They got their face back against the Saints. The Saints is banged the fuck up. Michael Thomas ain't played a game all year. Jameis Winston out for the year. Elvin Kamara been out for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Dallas needed to win. They got their receivers back. They got CeeDee Lamb back. My main man from Alabama got drafted by the Raiders. Fuck. They got him back. Amari Cooper. They got Amari Cooper back. They got the win. Zeke banged up. They coach is trash. And he from Pittsburgh. He from my home city. But I don't give a fuck. He's trash. And fuck him also because he coached Green Bay when they beat us in the Super Bowl back in 2011. So extra fuck him. I don't give a fuck where he from. Ain't where you from is how you come. Facts. And he didn't even coach that game because he had COVID. So double, triple fuck him because, nigga, you should have been vaccinated, bitch. Anyway, I be going on my own little tantrums, shit. The fuck. Wilding the fuck out. Dallas got the win. Fuck Dallas. I hate Dallas, but they got the win. They got the win. They're back on the winning side. They lead the division. I'm gonna say the motherfuckers is 8-4. They played the Redskins, and I don't give a fuck if they name ain't the Redskins. They named the Redskins to me until they get a real fucking name. I'm not calling them the fucking football team. I'm not. And I've been in 2 Redskins games this season. I went when they played the Chiefs, and I went when they played the Buccaneers. And they're still the Redskins to all their fans. Like, they're the Redskins. Just know that. Just know that. Cleveland Indians baseball team. They changed the name to the Cleveland Guardians, so I'll call them the Guardians, but that's just weird as hell. I'm still calling them the fucking Indians. I don't give a fuck. Dallas got the win. Fuck them. I may, depending on what time I get off work Sunday morning, I may go to that Dallas and Redskins game. I just may, because what the fuck, I'm off Monday. I may go to that Dallas game on, it's a chance. I'm not gonna etch in the stone, but it's a chance I do. Anyway, Dallas got the win. 8-4, like I said. Redskins is 6-6, I believe. If the Redskins get a win, they'll be 7-6. Dallas will be 8-5. There'll be a game behind Dallas, and they'll play again. So Dallas, you better win, or you're fucked. Not fucked, but you're fucked. Anyway, you make the playoff, you lose first round anyway. What the fuck? Next game, the Colts got the win 31-0 over Houston. I seen a few highlights of the game, but like I said in previous shows, it's that time of year, especially now in December. As you seen the game tonight in Buffalo, you gotta be able to run the ball. Depending on where you playing at, you need to run the ball, period. But if you plan and you gotta go play in climate weather where it's snowing, fucking wind blowing, you can't throw the ball, you better be able to run the ball. And by far with Derrick Henry out, the Colts got the best running back in football, Jonathan Taylor. He's box office. And Carson Wentz, if I was Frank, and I said this before too, if I was Frank Wright, I would base my offense around Jonathan Taylor. We're not going to try to have the Steelers have an 18% chance to make the playoffs. Give a fuck. I'm going to get to them though. But if I was Frank Wright, I'm basing my offense around Jonathan Taylor. He's a stud. He's the best running back. He's the only non-quarterback in the MVP conversation. And Tom Brady's probably the leader right now. Probably after Brady is Aaron Rodgers. I understand that, Kyler Murray, had he not missed the last 3 games, he'd probably be the leader the way he's been playing. But if I had a vote, I'd give it to Jonathan Taylor, like MVP. Like, it's not just a fucking quarterback award. Like, I hate that award goes to a quarterback every year. Like, because it's other players. I feel like a nigga on defense should get that award. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might have been a year where Aaron Donald could have got that award, or like this year, defensive player of the year is T.J. Watt. You know what I'm saying? If the Steelers make the playoffs, you know, T.J. Watt maybe is an MVP conversation, not just the defensive player of the year. Like that shit's weird. Like, but like I said, if I had a vote, I'd vote for Jonathan Taylor. Next game, Detroit and Michigan. Detroit got their first win. They got off the snide. Minnesota, fucking trash. And you play Pittsburgh the first game, week 14, Thursday night. You probably beat Pittsburgh. I hope the Steelers beat y'all. I hope we beat y'all, but I won't be mad if, but y'all lost to the fucking Lions. And I'm watching the red zone, right? Boom. I'm going back because I'm watching I'm focused on I was focused on the red zone because I'm gambling and, fantasy shit. But I'm watching the Cincinnati and Chargers game. Joe Burrow against Justin Herbert. Them was the 2 best young quarterbacks out right now. Lamar Jackson's, he's been in the league 4 or 5 years. I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about Josh Allen. I'm not talking about Patrick Mahomes. Them dudes is solidified in the game. But for us, them dudes came out last year, and them dudes' box office, Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. But so at the end of the 1 o'clock games, fucking Minnesota was losing the whole game. They took the lead late. Left some time on the clock. Detroit get the ball back. And Detroit marched right down the field. And it's fucking 4th and goal. And it's not a lot of time on the clock. Like 4 or 5 seconds on the clock. And fucking, what is his name? The quarterback for Detroit. He played for the Rams last year. He's trash, whatever his name is. So I can't remember it, but he drops back, and I don't know what coverage Minnesota was in. And if Minnesota's defensive coordinator needs to be fair, and the coach needs to be fair too for whatever the fuck this play call was. American Underdog, this Kurt Warner story. I gotta go see that. Greatest show on turf. That thing was working the goddamn. That nigga was working at a goddamn supermarket, back in groceries, and then went to the NFL, and yeah. But I don't know what coverage the Vikings was in. But if you watch the last play of the game, they cornerbacks that's in the end zone and safeties, they're backing up in the end zone. What the fuck is you backing up for? You go forward because it's the last play of the game for one, and you're trying to defend the touchdown. And obviously you didn't. And I forgot who scored the touchdown. It don't matter, but he scored. Detroit won. Who gives a fuck? They got to win. They're not going to go winless this year. Next game, Miami had the Giants. Miami got to win 20-9. Who gives a fuck? Next game, Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Tampa Bay got to win 30-17. Brady. What else can I say? He's Brady. He's 44 and he's still playing like he's 24. What the fuck? Pretty sure he threw 4 touchdowns that game. The next game, Philly at the Jets. So this game was wild. The first quarter was crazy. The first half was crazy. But Philly had me concerned for a minute. The Jets scored 3 touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. Missed the first 2 field goals. Missed the 2-point conversion. So that's how they ended up with 18. They didn't score again after their third possession. Philly bounced back. Gardner Minshew. Hurts. I thought Hurts was going to play that game, and then last second they said Gardner Minshew was going to play. So now it's should they start Minshew going forward or Hurts? I'm not a Philly fan. I don't give a fuck. But it's all about who gives you the best opportunity to win. Damn. Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit dies. Yeah, they said this motherfucking horse died after damn. I love horses for some reason. And I love horse racing. I'm into that shit. I love sports, so I'm into all type of shit involving sports. But yeah, Medina Spirit died. Rest up, Medina Spirit. That shit's crazy. Fucking horse. Fucking after a fucking normal routine walk around, a fucking horse just dropped dead. All them fucking steroids they was feeding that motherfucker. That's how the nigga dropped dead. The fuck? So yeah, going forward, I don't know if it'll be Gardner Minshew or Hurts starting at quarterback. Who gives a fuck? I'm not an Eagles fan, but I hope they, keep winning and get better because I got niggas out of Philly. Cool. Next game, Arizona Cardinals against the Bears. Arizona won 33-22. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins both came back after missing the last 3 games. The motherfuckers is 9-2. Best record in football. They just keep winning. And they next Monday night they play the Rams. They beat the Rams ass last time. So this is gonna be a big game. If the Rams want to even think about getting home field and winning that division, you gotta win this game. You gotta win this game. That's a big game Monday night. Big game. But the Cardinals did what they did. They got the win. Next game, I kind of touched on this earlier. The Chargers at the Bengals. Chargers got the win, 41-22. Cincinnati, I don't know what to say. I don't know. You get a big win, then you lose. I don't know. Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. It was a good game for both of them. I can't say Joe Burrow is the reason they lost. Jamar Chase caught him. He didn't catch it. He had a ball bounce off his hands and went to a defender. Mixon had a fumble, and it was returned for a touchdown. I mean, it was a crazy game. Like fucking, the Chargers was up 24-0 or 21. Maybe it's 20-0, 20-0. I don't know. Bengals came back, made it a game before halftime, and then the Chargers pulled off. It wasn't Joe Burrow's fault all the way. Partly, but not all the way. Chargers should make the playoffs. Chargers look good. Be afraid of Justin Herbert. Be very afraid. Next game, the Rams got the win against Jacksonville, 37-7. I think the Rams have lost 3 games in a row. They got a bounce back win. Like I said, they play Arizona this week coming up, week 14. So we'll see if they could keep this shit going. You better, or y'all ass is gonna be in trouble. You still make the playoffs, but you want a motherfucker to come to LA to play instead of having to go on the road. Next game, Washington Redskins football team, whatever the fuck they call, at the Las Vegas Raiders, 17-15. Washington got the win. I'm not gonna touch on this game. Trash game. Washington is winning though, and I spoke on them earlier, so we'll move the fuck on. Next game, Pittsburgh got Baltimore. Pittsburgh got the win, 20-19, and it didn't surprise me that Pittsburgh won. But I'm mad though, as a Steelers fan. I'm mad because okay, we beat Baltimore, Cincinnati lost, Pittsburgh still like, oh my God, he just piped on that nigga. Cincinnati lost, we beat Baltimore. Pittsburgh is still like a game and a half, 2 games out of first place. 5 games left. Anything could happen. Stop giving me hope. Ooh, shit. Stop giving me hope. Like, y'all motherfucker, because the defense is lights out. Like I said, TJ Watt is fucking a monster. He got 14 and a half sacks on the season. He missed 3 games. If he played them 3 games, he probably, no bullshit, 3, 6, he probably get to 20 sacks already. No bullshit, because he go for about 1.5, 2 sacks a game. If he played those 3 games he missed, he'd be at about 20 sacks right now. Let's say he'd be at 18 sacks with 5 games to go. He still probably will break the all-time sack record that's the Michael Strahan got. He's going to break that record this year. He's going to. Defense is lights out. Minka Fitzpatrick been playing good. Defense been playing good. Like, they sacked Lamar Jackson 7 times. Baltimore's trash, yo. And I ain't gonna cap, like just the best team in that AFC North is probably the Cincinnati Bengals, and you don't know, like, damn. Okay, I thought I saw that wrong. Big Warriors. How many points Steph had? Steph had 31 and 8 assists. Wiggins had 28. Steph making Wiggins look like a goddamn superstar. Pittsburgh got the win. They're still in playoff contention. They're like, you know, you got your division leaders, and then you got your wild cards, then you got your in the hunt. They're the first team in the hunt, so they're right there with 5 games to go. They got to play Baltimore again, Cleveland again. They play Minnesota this week. That's my team. I'm speaking about them niggas in third person. We play Cleveland again, Baltimore again. We play Minnesota this week. We play Green Bay, and I think we play the Chiefs. That's a tough, they let them games sweet, but we'll see. I don't want to get into that. Next game, Seattle at San Fran. Seattle got the win 30-23. San Fran was playing good. They just can't seem to beat Seattle. San Fran does hold the last playoff spot in the NFC though. Next game, Kansas City at Denver. Kansas City got the win 22-9. Kansas City has been winning with defense. That's good and that's bad because they haven't been winning with offense. So if the defense keeps it up and the offense comes live, it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. Very scary. And then tonight we had New England at Buffalo. New England got the win 14-10 on the road. Fucking Mac Jones, mac and cheese. This motherfucker threw the ball 3 times during the whole game. He was 2 for 3. I don't even know how many yards he had. Probably 19 yards. I believe it was. He had a completion of 12 yards, a completion of 7 yards for 19 yards total. 2 for 3. The whole game. Didn't get hurt. Played the whole game. The weather was fucked up. They ran the ball. They ran the ball. They ran the ball. Like I said earlier in the show and in previous shows, when you get to December, when you gotta play in fucked up weather, you better have a good running game and a great defense, because 3 things that travel is the running game, a good defense, and a good coaching staff. Those motherfuckers travel wherever you go. So if you got to go play in fucked up weather, you better have a great running game, you better have a great defense, and you better have a great coaching staff. And fucking New England has a great running game with about 4 or 5 running backs. They have a great defense, and they have the fucking best coach of all time. So does it surprise you that they sit atop the AFC? Not the AFC East, the whole AFC. They got right now, they're the number 1 team in the AFC. Does it surprise you? It shouldn't. And I'm mad as fuck because I thought the New England shit was dead. Brady left, won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay in his first year. I thought they was dead. No, like we was throwing dirt on their grave like they was dead. And these motherfuckers was like the Undertaker, like the wrestling nigga, like they just doom, you know, that music started playing, that nigga rise up, Paul Birch had oh, these motherfuckers ain't dead. What the fuck, I'm mad as shit. And like I said, mac and cheese was 2 for 3. They ran the ball. I think they had 199 rushing yards. They did what they supposed to do. Facts. They got the win. They sit atop the AFC. College football, playoffs. Alabama. Alabama. Like that. This nigga Gard Minshew had him this bomber jacket, but he looked like a goddamn 70s porn star with that dumbass mustache. But college football, Alabama is number 1. Georgia, he's faking like turkey bacon all year long. All year long, I just knew y'all beat Bama this year. Like if I didn't bet, I bet on ticket wise, but if I was to bet a motherfucker individually, like I'd have got my ass, I'd have lost. I'd have bet everything on Georgia this week. Well, this prior week against Alabama, and it was the same old Georgia. I talked to my main man Eric Pugh, the comedian, aka Ghetto E, aka Star Duck, aka Butcher Knife. We talked about 3-4 days before the game. Vicious. He a vicious Alabama fan. Vicious. He wasn't too confident going into the game. I'm gonna keep it a band. He called me after the game though. He talking that shit to wake a dead man up. He talking that shit to wake a dead man up. He said, I can't remember verbatim everything he said, but he said something along the lines that, I know he said this, because he said this shit plenty of times before. He said, Georgia is not smart enough to beat Alabama. Facts. Because they got the team every year. The coaching staff trash. But he said Georgia not smart enough to beat Alabama. And he said something about, you know, when you play Alabama, they take your soul, like. They take your soul, you know? And Georgia, I mean, good thing for Georgia that they was number 1. And they could afford to lose to Alabama and they slid to number 3. So you cool. So your opening matchup, and I'm not touching on all the bowl games. I don't give a fuck about no bowl games, because if you're not playing in the playoffs, then what the fuck is you playing for? So the Alabama giving up 13.5. Speaking of Alabama, over under 58. Georgia at Michigan. What the spread is on that joint? I think Georgia giving up 8, I think. Let me see if I'm correct. They about to show it. So Alabama plays Cincinnati. I'm taking Alabama. It wouldn't surprise me if Cincinnati won though. Yeah, Georgia giving up 7.5. It went down. It was 8.5, but it been sliding down. Motherfuckers is betting on Michigan, so the point spread is sliding down. Alabama should trounce them though. It wouldn't surprise me if Alabama beat them by 50. It wouldn't surprise me if Cincinnati got the win by 3. I mean, it's the playoffs. Second game, Michigan at Georgia. And these is New Year Eve games, so these would be the last games of 2021. Michigan played Georgia. They're the same team though. Like, it's like looking in the mirror at yourself. Like, they're the same team. I think Harbaugh gets his. Yeah, I like Michigan. they finally slayed Ohio State. They didn't fall into the trap game against Iowa. They beat the fuck out of Iowa 49-3 or 42-3. I think this might be a year Harbaugh get it done. And I'm saying Alabama gonna win. I'm saying Michigan gonna win. So you got number one versus number two. Harbaugh against Saban. Saban's the fucking GOAT. Just like I touched on with Belichick. They're the same person. They're I don't say they best friends. Like legit, like them niggas kick it like, and it makes sense. Like they got the rings, they got the bling, they got like all that shit. Like they're Saban coached under Belichick when Belichick coached at Cleveland, and they just remained close, and it makes sense like that. Fucking Belichick is the greatest NFL coach of all time, and Nick Saban is the greatest college coach of all time. But they're not undefeated in championship games. They both got L's. So I'm saying, you know what? I'm not saying shit. All I'm saying is Alabama's gonna beat Cincinnati, and Michigan's gonna beat Georgia, and then I'll do a yeah. I'm tripping. I'll do a championship game special. After that first play and shit. Your Heisman finalists for this year, Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end from Michigan. He's the first defensive finalist since Chase Young back in 2019. Next is Kenny Pickett, quarterback for Pitt. I want to say that he's the first Heisman finalist for Pitt since Larry Fitzgerald. Fun fact, quick story. 2003, 2003. Larry Fitzgerald playing for Pitt. I pull up to the hood. I'm in the hood. I pull up to the field. The field. Y'all don't know unless you're from the hood, unless you're from the city. I pull up to the field. It's basketball court, baseball field. It's where we kick it at. It's the spot in the hood, the main spot in the hood for generations. I pull up. Motherfucker like 2003, mind you. Motherfucker like, yeah, Larry Fitzgerald was just here. Mind you, he's Larry Fitzgerald. He's not Larry Legend. He's just Larry Fitzgerald. I'm like, all right, what the fuck you telling me for? They're like, yeah, he was playing basketball and shit. All right, fuck is you telling me for? Like, he's a football player. I know who he is, but I'm coaching basketball in the hood, a little summer rec league. Like, I'm saying, we get to know all this shit. I'm coaching. I'm like Birdie off above the rim. Like, I'm on my bullshit. I'm a young wild nigga at the time. So, they're like, yeah, you playing basketball. I'm like, all right, well, fuck is you telling me this for? I don't, like, I'm selling drugs, I'm trapping, we in the middle of a gang war. Like, I don't give a fuck about. That's the last thing in my mind. Like, is this nigga playing basketball? So, like, yeah, no, the nigga looked alright, dude. And he was saying that he want to play, but he ain't, you got a hard Rod Rutherford. That's my motherfucking cousin. That's my mom's first cousin, but me and him the same, we about a year apart in age, like. So now I'm like, oh, maybe this nigga could play. All right, so I call my cousin Rod. Rod's a quarterback at Pitt at the time, you know what I'm saying? And for me, all right, Kenny Pickett, but you got Dan Marino, the GOAT, best quarterback to play for Pitt, and arguably the best quarterback in NFL history. He just didn't have the rings. And then, so I call my cousin Rod. Yo, what's up? What's up, fam? Hey, what's up with this nigga Larry Fitzgerald? Yeah, we something. I said, yo, they just said nigga was down here playing basketball and shit, and he said he said he can't play though unless you get an okay. A fan was like, yeah. I said, well, tell nigga come play for me, right? He was like, all right, I got you, fam. No bullshit. Next day, Larry Fitzgerald come back down. So, man, dude, a nigga like 6'3", 6'4". Nigga, you the tallest nigga on the court. I need you to play center. But he not a center, though. He nigga can handle the ball and all that shit. Dunk, all that. I'm going to touch on that, too. I got to. I'll never forget that shit. So, mind you, I don't know this nigga's going to be a Hall of Fame player. like first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's gonna be probably the second best receiver behind fucking Jerry Rice. I don't know this at the time. I know the nigga was good, but I don't know that he's going to have this stellar NFL career. So I'm like, nigga, you gotta play motherfucking I'm talking crazy to this nigga, like, cause I'm a young wild nigga. I went to bullshit too. I don't give a fuck. I had to twist that nigga shit back here, but that was some bullshit. I'm like, nigga, you the first, you the tallest nigga out here. I need you to play center. He wouldn't play guard and shit. No, nigga, you're playing the five, nigga. You're tall shit. Get rebounds and pass the ball to my goddamn guards. Who was my guards at the time? Coob and fucking oh my fucking goodness, yo, I'm getting old as fuck. My Coob and J Dub was my guards. You just rebound and get the ball to fucking Coob and fucking J Dub, nigga. They'll handle the rest. He ain't like that shit. But he was smart though. He ain't say shit. I'd have fucked his ass up at the time though. I ain't gonna cap like. But he ain't, you know. Long story short, the nigga played like 2-3 games with us and was like, fuck y'all. But he played in the grown man league too. He played in the 19 and under league and he played in the 19 and over league. So it was one night, boom, he played in the 19 over league. This is Larry Fitzgerald. And rest in peace, rapper. It's my motherfucking old head, my motherfucking dog. He caught a motherfucking oop and dunked on Rapper. Yo, Rapper was mad as shit. Rapper wanted to kill that. Yo, that shit was crazy, yo. I'm happy I was there for that, yo. It was a fucking Rapper. He real street nigga though. This nigga, we down in county jail. This nigga, we fighting like a mom. We down a motherfucker fighting every other day in the gym. I don't even play basketball. I'm fighting like a weed. I'm just fighting like a motherfucker. Fucking with Rapper. Well, yeah, when that nigga Fitzgerald dunked on Rapper, Rapper was mad as a bitch. Yeah, so, okay, all right, I went off, my fault. Next we got C.J. Stroud for Ohio State, and then Bryce Young for Alabama. So those are your four finalists: Aiden Hutchinson, Kenny Pickett, C.J. Stroud, and Bryce Young. That's your college and that's your college and football, NFL football for the week. NBA. I'm just gonna touch on Steph Curry for a hot second. I started watching basketball in 1990. I really started, paying attention. Like, I said this before. I grew up. I'm from Pittsburgh. We didn't have a basketball team, but we did have WGN, which is a Chicago channel. So you got to see all Jordan's games, and you see the hat. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. Been that before the chip in '93. I've been that. Donald Williams, fucking Eric Montross. Like I was there. Dean Smith. Like I was there before we got the chip in '93. I'm a Jordan fan, like, and for me, Jordan will forever be the GOAT. Like, I don't want to hear that LeBron shit. And you got niggas that I'm not even going to debate because I mean facts is facts, But it's a lot of people that think LeBron is the GOAT. And what fucks me up is how do you just go from Jordan to LeBron without speaking on Kobe? Because Kobe was a mirror image Jordan, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. What I'm gonna say is Steph Curry. He's amazing. Like it's not even up for debate. He's amazing, and I'm gonna keep it a band. Like I knew his pop. I don't not in person knew his pops, but remember him from playing with Charlotte back in the day. Del Curry, shooting motherfucking nothing like his son, but he could shoot the rock though. I first seen Steph Curry play in 2008. He was playing for Davidson, and it was it was March Madness. I'm down to county jail. Of course, I'm tuned in. We got the little we gambling and shit. Of course, I'm always in some gambling shit. And Steph Curry made a name for himself. Like he plays for Davidson, no name school, but they make tournament that year, and he's just fucking putting motherfuckers on notice. Like, yeah, I'm coming, and they ended up losing to Kansas that year. I remember they lost to Kansas. Good game. Kansas won it all that year. Mario Chalmers bum ass. And they beat Memphis motherfucking D Rose in the championship game. I mean, I remember all that shit, yo. I remember all that shit. Facts. That was my first time seeing Steph Curry just in that whole little tournament run. Amazing. He ended up getting drafted by Golden State. And I wasn't like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't say, oh, he's gonna be the one. No, I wasn't that. I remember they had a playoff series against San Antonio. This when San Antonio was wrecking shit. I want to say it was 13 or 14. No, it wasn't 14. It was 2012 or 2013. And they took San Antonio to game 6, I want to say. San Antonio won, of course, but whatever. And I was seeing, and this when they still had Mark Jackson coaching. They ain't had Steve Kerr, they had Mark Jackson coaching. And I'm like, I'm seeing some shit, a young Steph, a young Clay. I don't know if they had Draymond. I think Draymond might have been a rookie. And I'm like, I see it. I don't see what they became. But I say these motherfuckers might steal a championship in the next couple years. Just one. They might just it happens sometimes. You know, you got your Dallas stole the chip. Boston got that one couple years. When they beat the Lakers and shit. Like it happens. The motherfucker come along and they'll steal a chip. You never heard from them again. Like the Bucks won a chip but last season they won't win one again for the next 50 years. I mean, it just happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I say Golden State they gonna get him a chip. But I'm thinking like Mark Jackson gonna still be the coach, and this at a third. Like I say, I see it. They gonna get one. I didn't see him becoming this perennial powerhouse. Like that's the couple years, couple years passed, and Mark Jackson gone. They got Steve Kerr. Of course I know Steve Kerr. Played for the fucking Bulls. Played with Jordan. Jordan punched a nigga in his face. Like, of course I know who the fuck Steve Kerr is. And that first year with Steve Kerr, they got the chip. The next year they played Cleveland again. LeBron James, infamous chase down block. After that, Kyrie Irving hit the 3. Cleveland win. That same season, though, in the Series 4, Golden State was down 3-1 to Oklahoma City. And I just so happened to pass through Oklahoma City. I was in Oklahoma City. Didn't want to be there. I was in the feds. I was getting transferred to Lexington, Kentucky. So I'm actually in Oklahoma City while they playing Golden State, and the guards is talking shit because they ain't got shit down there but that Oklahoma City Thunder. And the guards are talking shit. They happy, they out, whatever. I get the fuck out of there. I go to Lexington, Kentucky. I get to a unit, no TV. So I'm on a radio heavy, boom. OKC go up 3-1. And Golden State ended up coming back. Klay Thompson had a big game. They ended up coming back. Anyway, Golden State lose that year. Next year, they get KD. Nobody seen that coming. They get KD. They win the next 2 chips. Then they lose to Toronto. Everybody put the nail in the coffin. They was done. Last year, though, healthy, Steph showed you, like, yo, he's a problem, right? He showed you he's a problem, right? Problem, right? And I ain't gonna cap. Imagine this was without Klay Thompson. At the end of the season, cause they lost the playing game to I want to say it was John Morant, them boys, Memphis, or the Lakers. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, I say next year, Golden State got some they got some lottery picks, which they end up getting Jonathan Kuminga and Emmanuel Moody, whatever the fuck his name is. He don't get no playing time. And they got Clay coming back. They got Wiseman coming back. But these motherfuckers is back. And if you watch my NBA preview show, I picked Golden State and the Lakers to be in the Western Conference Finals. Of course, I picked the Lakers because that's my mob. But right now, though, Golden State is that shit, yo. And Clay's on the way back. And Steph is doing amazing things. He's the MVP front runner right now. And if you think he just shoot threes and that's all he does, then you don't watch basketball, you don't know basketball. He fucking does everything. His drive game is crazy. His handles is crazy. I know some people say Kyrie's handle is better than Steph, but for me, I'm picking Steph. Like just watching play, it's like a fucking magician. Like it's beautiful. Like it's a work of art. Yeah, I still remember when he made Chris Paul fall out one time and then hit. Yeah, that was Steph, yo. He's amazing. And if he's to win the championship this year and get MVP, that'll be 4 chips. That'll be 3 MVPs. He's still the only player to unanimously get MVP. For me, if he wins a chip this year, gets the MVP, he surpasses LeBron James. Facts. And we can argue that until a motherfucker blue in the face. I'm cool with that. But Steph is Steph, yo. And you could say he don't play no defense. No, he do play defense. He play team defense, but his offense is his defense. Like, his offense dictates the way their opposing team plays offense. So his offense is his defense. Like, this motherfucker's great, yo. Like, he's great. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not putting nobody ahead of Jordan to my dying day. Like, I'm from that generation. Like, couldn't even, for me, I don't even think about Bron being better than Jordan. Like, for me, is Kobe better than Jordan? And I had my days where I just sit back and think and watch footage and be like, well, Kobe, yeah, cause Kobe was a motherfucker, yo. Like, Kobe was a dog, yo. Like Kobe, like, it was against Indiana, and Shaq's dumb ass fouled out, and Kobe was like, young Kobe was like, I got this. Kobe was like, I got this. Young Kobe, when they were saying Shaq was the man, Kobe was like, no Shaq fouled out. Kobe, I got this. And what Kobe do? He won the game. Facts. So even though he played with Shaq, they was like, no, Shaq won no chip. No, nigga, Kobe, it wasn't no Batman and Robin, nigga. It was Batman and Batman, nigga. With Kobe being the real Batman. Like, I mean, you know, so for me, it's Jordan and Kobe. Some days it's Kobe and Jordan, but for the most part, it's Jordan and Kobe. But Steph is making a case, and like I say, no one will ever pass Jordan for me. But Steph is making a case to be number 2. He really is. And if he won it this year and win MVP, I gotta give it to him. I got to. Steph Curry with the pot. And he be cooking. This has been another episode of Scores and Horrors. I know I dragged it along today, but I was just feeling, you know, I'm just in this fucking sports. I was just feeling it, like, you know what I'm saying? Football, basketball, it's a great time to be alive. Great time to have sports, yo. Thanks for tuning in. Keep tuning in. I appreciate y'all. It's all love.